Good morning, guys. Um, this morning, um, I want the topic this morning. I want to talk about strong black women. Now, I'm gonna warn you already. This video might be a little longer. I'm gonna try to hit my points and make it as simple or what have you as possible, but at the same time, it's a topic that is very I'm very passionate about. Now, let me say first of all, I have moved away somewhat from discussing issues of really of race relations in the black community, and men, women's roles and so forth in the black community. Mainly because I get attacked so harshly by black men. Now, whether or not their points are valid, which most of them are not, I really just got tired of the no solutions and just the same old bitch hole remarks. Just the same revolving or de-evolving to cursing you out and really having no point or no solutions. So as a lot of you know, I've kind of moved away from that, speaking on that topic, because the problem is so vast, and as I say, there seems to be no solutions. However, recently, I've been confronted with the issue of strong black women. And because I am a black woman, and because the main purpose really of my channel is to uplift the black woman, which is going to include the black man, the black family, the black community. I'm going to go ahead and deal with it. Again, probably still going to get some backlash. It is what it is, at this point. But, there was a topic. I'm going to start here. There was a topic by a man on Facebook who I am his friend. And I get on some of his posts, and some of his posts I just kind of leave because he seems, he's very, very negative, and he's very, very, he will resort to cursing you or cussing you out in a minute. Now, he's never cussed me out, but I see the way he reacts to people when they don't agree with him or when they have another point of view. So anyway, long story short, he made a post that I thought was very valid. He made a point, made a post basically saying that it's time for black men to begin to step up, protect the black woman, the black child, the black family, and basically return to his black family, to his family. Come back to the community, whatever, be responsible, whatever. I agree. I agree. However, as posts go on, people come in, opinions change, so forth. I forget exactly what I wrote on the post, but I had a man, another black man, basically his point was black women don't want black men in the black community to help them. Single black women like being single black women, and they don't want any help. That was basically his thing. Me and another woman both said, where does that come from? That was really my, stand. Where does that, who said that? Who brought that up? And this is the question that, I'm coming to you on YouTube to ask. Who made the rule that said single black women don't want men? They don't want fathers for their children, and they don't want a man to be a man. I don't know who set that rule. There are so many black men who feel that way. And the issue that I have, here's the issue that I have when we start talking about strong black women. The issue that I have is, for whatever reason that woman is a single mom, whether it's by death of her mate, spouse, whether he ran off, whether he's in jail, whether she was irresponsible, opened her legs to a thug, which they love to say too, and he ran off from her, and she doesn't know how to pick good black men, the ample supply of them that we have, and she did whatever she ran him off. That's pretty much the consensus of a lot of black men. The black woman ran him off. Whatever the case may be, she's a single woman. Okay. Let's say she has 3 children. Okay. Now, we know black children. You can't be a wimp. You can't be a sweet, kind, submissive, pushover, emotional, sensitive woman trying to raise black children. Black children are completely different from every other child on earth. That's not to say that they're worse. But I have a black son and 1 black daughter. I cannot raise my black children the way Becky raises her white son and her white daughter. I just can't do that. I can't raise my black son and black daughter the way Maria or Chin Lee raise their children. I can't do it. Why? Because my black children have a whole different experience. My black children have a whole different mindset. My black children have a whole different set of obstacles that they are going to have to deal with and have to be prepared in this world that Maria, Becky, and Chin Lee are not going to have to deal with in their life. There's certain things they're not going to have to teach their children. It's just not. They're just not. It's certain things I can't tell my black daughter that the white mother can tell her white daughter, and she can get away with that. I can't raise my daughter like that. Just because of life in society, just the way this world is. I just can't do it. I can't, like I just said, raise my black son the way Becky can raise her white son. I just can't do it. So, with that being said, how did the black woman holding it down and the black woman having to be strong then become equated to, oh, you don't want no man in the house? I mean, what I'm trying to say is, so many black men look at the fact that the man is not there, and they just automatically equate, oh, she must have ran him off. Oh, well, she don't want him to be a man. I mean, I don't understand how the equation is being added up. I also don't understand the difference with the strength. I don't understand. Like I say, I've been a single black mom. At the moment, I am a single black mom. Um, and the challenges that I face, I have to be strong. I have to pay the bills. I have to go to work. I have to buy the food. I have to make sure my daughter, this go round, uh, goes to school, doesn't get pregnant. Is going to school and not sneaking off and doing. I can't be a weak pushover mom and try to hold down the fort. I just can't do that. Now, like I say, I have to wonder where what the problem is with being a strong woman. Because if you were weak, if you let your children run all over you, if you let them get bad grades, if you um, didn't worry about how they eat, if you let people take advantage of them, if you let people hurt them, if you would be considered basically a piece of shit mom, basically, because you are not protecting. You are not holding it down. You're not keeping it together. Now, here's the problem that I have. The black woman really can't win for losing, because if she, when she is strong, when she does hold it down, when she does have a job, when she is being basically both parents. I know a woman can't raise children the way a man can. I understand that. She can't be mom and dad, but she has to do the best that she can. And I don't think really most black women who have to be the single parent is trying to be the man. I personally don't think that. Maybe they are, but it's a hard enough role trying to be the mom. So I really can't even imagine trying to be the man too, But here's my issue. My issue is, why is it that being quote unquote strong single black woman, why is that so negative and so looked down upon and so threatening to black men and to the black male ego, when somebody got to hold it down? If he's not there for whatever reason, if he's not there, somebody has to hold it down and do this. Somebody has to. And as I say, have you seen black children? Have you seen black children? You can't be weak trying to raise black children. You just can't do it. So, like I'm saying, why is not the white woman who is a CEO, she's a businesswoman, she's running the company. She is running the company. And she is keeping it together. She's holding it down. She's doing it. Maybe she even goes home. Most of the time, though, white women, especially in that type of income bracket and in that type of a position, not only has nannies, she has maids, and she has tutors and all these other people to help her. Usually the black single mom is not in a financial position to have that extra help. But this strong white woman never gets called too strong. She's running it. She's handling it. She's handling men. She's firing folks. She is you know, she is just, what a lot of people call a bitch. But that's not a bad thing for them. They revel in that. They love that title, They love being, the strong whatever one. And nobody criticizes them for that. Nobody ever goes and tells the white CEO, head of the company, the woman, the female boss that she's too strong. Don't I never have heard that. I've never heard the white man come to that white woman and tell her, you too strong. You just too strong. You just too strong. You white, Hispanic, Asian women who are strong, quote unquote, who are holding it down, who are so many heads of companies and managers and directors and all this. Nobody ever comes to her. And she might have a child or two. She may not be married for whatever. Nobody ever questions why she's is not married either. A lot of times they allow her the privilege of just saying, oh, well, she probably just hasn't gotten married yet because she's working on her career. However, that same single black woman, oh, she's bitter. Oh, she's mean. Oh, I'm sure she ran every man she has off. And both of them are single mothers, but the perception is completely different. The perception is completely different. The perception of the black woman is that she ran her man off, or she just don't want no man in her life. The perception of the white woman, the Hispanic woman, whatever, who is in the same exact situation is that, oh, I'm sure they were building their career. Oh, I'm sure she went all the way through college and she got her master's and so forth. And, she had a child and, and she's just, she's been working on her career and she has a home and she has all of this. Same thing that a strong black woman can have, but yet she's viewed as bitter. She's viewed as nasty. She's viewed as a bitch. She's viewed as wanting to be a man, basically. Their perception is just completely different. So, but yet and still, I have never heard an Arab man, an Asian man, a white man, a Hispanic man. I have never had any of them tell me personally that you're too strong, that you probably ran all your other men off. I've never had the issue of any other man of any other race tell me that I'm too strong. And I have had many other men and many other races trying to date me, trying to talk to me, whatever. And I don't hear that. I just as a broad consensus, I don't hear other men calling strong black women too strong. I only hear this from the black man. For some reason, strength in the black woman challenges the black man's manhood somewhere along the way. I don't know why. I don't know how, because as I say, if the black man is not there for whatever reason, if he's not there, what is she supposed to do? What is she supposed to do? What are her options other than to be strong? Does she put her children up for adoption? Does she? Can she just throw them in the trash? Can she just not pay the bills? Can she just give up on life and go live in her parents' basement? But most black women don't have those type of choices to be done. There is nobody else to do it, and that's really the bottom line. Most black women are strong. Most black women are holding it down because there is no other choice. So if I'm married or if I have a baby daddy, you know, and he's not there, really, what do I do with my child? What is the what alternative do you give me to deal to raise, feed, clothe, take care of, try to give some type of semblance of a decent life to my child just because the man is not there? What would you suggest that I do? I don't have a nanny. I don't have a maid. Um, in my case, I don't have support of a loving, caring, nurturing family who's going to take my child or whatever. You know, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be real about it because it's the truth. When I had my daughter, when I was living back in Texas, I was living through circumstance, but I was living in an apartment complex with family. And I was paying a lot for daycare. I was a single mom. I was paying, not only was I paying for daily daycare, I had to pay for weekend daycare because I had to work on weekends at that point. And I don't know how many of you know, but weekend daycare at a facility is very expensive. But I had to do it. Even though, as I say, I had family living in the apartment complex who just, would, oh, well, I'm going to so and so this weekend. Or, I can't keep her today because I so and so. I'm going here, and I know they were making up excuses. They know they were making up excuses. They were just basically trying to tell me I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to do it. So, I mean, once again, what do I do? I throw my daughter away? No, I had to stand up, be strong, and pull 3, 4 extra $100 a month out of my pocket that I didn't necessarily have because I wasn't making but $8, $9 an hour. That's the truth. If anybody know about the wages in Texas, you're not getting no big bucks in the South. You're not getting no big bucks in Texas, especially doing the type of the work that I was doing where I had no degree. You know what I'm saying? I'm just doing certificate type work, you know. And so, that's what I did. That's what I was dealing with. And so I had to do what I had to do. And this is, like I say, I didn't have anybody else to fall back on. And yeah, I have been one who men have come to me and said I was too strong. Men have come to me, black men have come to me and said, oh, you don't need no man. You act like you don't need no man. Like I say, for some reason, being a strong black woman, and really, I don't even understand, the issue of strong black woman. It's not necessarily being a strong black woman. You're doing what you have to do. You have to take care of the children. You have to pay the bill. I mean, nobody else is going to take care of you and your children. You have to do it. So if he ain't there, how does that all of a sudden make you some warrior, hero, goddess woman? It just makes you a mom who have to do it, And there just seems to be such a double standard. There is such a double standard, you know. Um, as I say, the strong white woman is not looked upon as the same as a black single mother. We're just not looked. The same situation could be. Her man ain't there, my man ain't there. But why does it have to be that I ran my man off? Why does it have to be that, I don't want him there? What I need to know, like I keep saying, is who said that? Who said that black single women don't want men or don't want men in the home? I mean, who said that? I don't know who made that the standard and the rule. You know? Um, There seems to be a challenge of black men's manhood when it comes to black women. There seems to be. Every child needs the same thing. They need food, they need shelter, they need clothing, they need to be schooled, they need to have some type of recreation and so forth. And as I keep saying, I don't get how it's okay for the strong white woman, strong Hispanic woman, strong Chinese woman, because I don't want people to think I'm just picking on Becky. I'm not just picking on white people. Any other race of single mom. Why is it that she gets kudos for holding it down? Oh my God, you're just so, oh, you did just such a wonderful thing. But the black woman is really almost expected to do it. If Maria has raised 5 children on her own, usually the consensus in that case is probably going to be that her husband probably died. He probably had an on-the-job injury or something like that. Nobody really is going to look at a single Hispanic woman and say she ran her man off, you know. But she will get all kinds of kudos. She will get all kinds of, oh, you're just awesome, oh, you just whatever, for being a mother. Whereas, as I say, the single black mother, it's like it's expected of you. And if you don't do it, you're a piece of crap mom. You're a piece of crap person. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't do this. But when you do it, you get bashed. So it's really almost like you really can't win for losing being a black woman here in America. You can't win for losing. I had another guy. I had some guy who came on one of my older videos who said to me. Now the topic was he just went off completely whole left, uh, and brought up the statistic that so many millions of black babies have been killed in the black community by black women. He brought that to me on a topic that I think I was dealing with black men and black women. And so he wanted to ask me what basically has the black man done that could compare to that type of genocide on our black community, because basically he was saying that the black woman is a murderer and basically a beast. Now, you know, my issue with that is that what I told him is, first of all, I'm not going to deal with the abortion issue because the video was not even about abortion. I've never had an abortion, so that's not something that I could speak on. I don't and never have really studied abortion facts. I don't know really people in my little circle who have had abortions and so forth. I do know of 2. One, when I was, a lot younger, I heard a person in a family that I'm very close to had an abortion. And then someone in my family, I heard through the grapevine that they had some abortions. But that's never been something that I have, been able to talk to them about and why and how come and all that. So I don't know the mindset and psyche of, anybody personally to me who has had abortions, why they did it, what they were feeling, what they were going through, was it an escape? Did you just not want the baby? I haven't gone through that. But, I don't know. It could be true. It could be true. I wasn't trying to be insensitive to the fact of all of these murdered babies. I certainly wasn't trying to be insensitive to that, because that's not necessarily something that I condone. However, I don't hold the spoon on righteousness and so forth, or what made this woman feel like she needed to do that. I don't know. So if the point, see, here's my issue. If we keep trying to say who is the worst, is the black man horrible because all of the things that he's done, all the children he's left all over the black community and don't take care of them, the drug selling, the gang, shooting and killing little children, and causing violence and mayhem and upheaval and crime in the black community. Is that as bad as the things that the black woman does? I don't know. What I know is that we're all in a mess. That's what I do know. I also know that pointing fingers is not going to solve anything. My bottom line is it seems like nobody has any solutions. Nobody has any, and if people do have solutions, nobody have solutions that black people are going to comply with. That's just the way it is. Because when you bring up a solution, black people are going to have something to counter that as to why it's not going to work. So, you have to then look at the fact that, whose argument is the biggest? Has the black man hurt the black woman more, or has the black woman hurt the black man and black community more? Or is it equal? Or is it a lot of outside influences that has been taking place for centuries that has caused the black community to be in the state that is in, and thus the black man and woman to be at odds with each other? Or is the black woman just the devil and the black man just a monster and a beast? How do you rectify the problem? Because each of us has our own blame. And it's bad enough when you start getting outside people to help come and help us with our solutions. Because white women especially, even way more so than white men, have so many opinions on the black community and the problem and what needs to be done and what the black woman needs to do and what the black man. I mean, the white woman seems to have the answers and the solutions. That's amazing to me. Whereas the white man, what he does is he just goes and just make a law. I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to say this right here, and y'all going to have to do this. So this is not something of our own doing. There are a lot of outside influences to the issues and the problems in the black community. There are so many black people who don't want solutions, who don't want to change, who will continue to allow things to go on and to fester and just not deal with things and just not change. Then you have those who are just going to continue to point fingers. Then you have those who are just going to, oh, black people just stupid. No, I'm leaving the black community. I'm going over to the Pakistani community, and I'm going to be over there with them. Okay. Bottom line is we're too divided. Bottom line is we're not going to listen to each other. The bottom line is we're not going to trust each other. I would almost guarantee that if a white woman came, or a white man, but mostly a black woman because most black men will listen to her. If a white woman came up with a 10-step plan on how to heal and how to deal with the black community, that would be way more received than if a strong black African-centered person came up with the same agenda. Not the same things, because it's going to be completely different, But if a black person came up with the same ideas of what to do for the black community, and a person outside of the black community and of another race came up with that same agenda, black people are going to go to what the person who is non-black says. Why? I have no idea, but that's just what we do. That's just what we do. That's how we think. That's how we ration, That's what we do. So you guys, I guess I've gone long enough. That's just something I wanted to get off my chest. I think the black woman is highly punished for doing things that she has no other choice of doing. You know, whereas other women, other races of women, and so forth are praised and held in high esteem. You know, she gets the Becky of the Year award for being a strong single white mom who is running the company as well. And how many awards does single black women get who have raised good children? And some of these children have gone to college, and some of these um, strong black women and mothers have raised children who are very good, very productive children in our society. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to talk about that. All we want to hear about is Lil Leroy and Jerome, who got caught shooting up the Burger King last week, and his mom is a crackhead. See, that's what we want to hear in the black community. We don't want to hear about strong single black mothers who are actually really doing their best to raise good children. It almost seems like there's a jealousy and a competition between black men in the way they look at black women. It's almost like they want us to fail. And when we don't fail, and when we do hold it down, we get bashed. The consensus is you need to be weak, you need to need me. When is it that, who said that the black woman has to be weak in order to have a man? You know what I mean? So black men can't handle strong women? I don't understand that. I had another guy, before I cut the video off, I had another guy, matter of fact, the poster of the post that I was talking about earlier, one of the things that he came back and said was that there was nothing African about a strong black single woman. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, that makes no sense. There were plenty, if you know your black history, of strong single black women throughout history. So many strong single black women who their husbands and so forth weren't talked about if they had husbands. But so that means that back during history, you couldn't be a strong single. I mean, maybe I might need to do some research, but like Harriet Tubman, I don't know if she had a husband. I've never heard that she had a husband. Maybe she did. And I admit, maybe I need to go do the research. But people like her, people like Barbara Jordan, people, Queen Nani. I don't know if Queen Nani had a husband. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But for you to tell me that the strong, great warrior women, black women in history, weren't African or African-centered minded because they were single women. I mean, come on, that makes no sense. Because see, I didn't go there with him, but the thing that I could have told him was that there's also nothing African about, a black man going around and just making babies like a dog and just producing babies with women all over and just leaving them. That's nothing African either. Strong black African men take care of their families. So the bottom line is that we can point fingers all day. We can point fingers all day. My hurt is probably no more valid or stronger than your hurt is. We could point fingers all day. The black woman did this. The black woman did that. The black woman has completely destroyed the black community. And the black woman can say, well, because black men have done this, and black men continue to do this, and black men did this, and black men started doing this here, and way back in the 1950s, black men. And whose argument is right? You guys, I thank you for watching. I thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. Until the next video, we'll see you next time.